Hello, Virgo. I hope you're doing really well, that you're healthy and joyful. I'm here to do your Virgo June Tarot 2026. I'll be using Major Arcana, Rider-Waite, Osho and Tarot, and I'll do the clarification with it. For the love department, Les Amours de Marlowe. For the decans, Prism, Divine Connection, and at the end, Dancing in the Dark Tarot. All right, here we go, Virgo. Let's do it. Summer, Virgo. Yeah, are you ready for that? So with Major Arcana, we'll check the vibe. With Rider-Waite, we'll check the recent past and the near future. With Osho and Tarot, consciously and unconsciously, what's up, and of course the clarification. And with Divine Connection, we'll check the challenge of the month and the outcome. Virgo, I have a French channel, and now on this platform there's no excuses to not see a foreign channel because it's all dubbed or subtitled. The link is next to my picture on this channel. It's not a copy and paste of this channel, therefore it is a bonus for you. And no commercial, it's absolutely free. So click on the link next to my picture, you scroll down and you click again. And I'll see you there. All right, Virgo, let's do it. Oh, Leo in the house. All right. Venus in the house. Okay. All right, Virgo. So, wow, you're in between two energies here with the recent past and the near future. But the vibe in June is some sort of strength, but also some sort of control. This character here on the card, she's trying to tame a lion. And the lion is like, okay, yeah, great, but I'm stronger than you, dude. So it's sort of like a push and pull of energy between I'm strong, I'm not strong, let me show you, da-da-da-da-da. So it's extremely connected to Leo, extremely connected to impulsivity, to ego, and fire element. Okay, your earth element, you're mutable and you're earth. In the recent past, you have the Page of Cups. While life is pink, I'm flirting, I have illusion in my brain, I don't know what's real, what's not real, what I feel, what I don't feel. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, guys, in the recent past. And the page doesn't have a lot of experience, so he doesn't know what to do with this thing. And plus, that push and pull that I was telling you. So there's really something to assess and go back to a much more beautiful energy and to be on the same page with the people that are in your life also. Consciously, you want to be Venus. Consciously, you just want to be like this person here. All pink, groovy, I want quality, bring me this, bring me that, and it's quality. And consciously, that's what you would like, that's what you seek, okay? Unconsciously, well, you're all up here. Your planet is Mercury. Mental, communication, all in there. Hamster wheel, here we go. No wonder you have those energies here. Because consciously, you just put the bar really, really high. That's the issue here, Virgo. Perfection does not exist, guys. That's something that you really want, but it does not exist. You can say, hey, I did my best. Hey, I scored this and that. But perfection does not exist. It's because your mom, your dad, your great-grandparents, or whomever, even your teacher, probably told you that. The outcome there's a little fine line here. The outcome is, A, you're having a hard time with somebody, it could be a man or a woman, somebody that has a lot of yin energy, which is basically a woman, okay? But some men have a yin energy, and it's beautiful too. So the outcome is this. It's A, you're having trouble to connect with this person. Or B, you're having trouble to reconnect with your femininity in June. Okay? So you're way much more acting like this character that is trying to tame the lion. You're like full-blown young energy, dude. And be like, you know? And in June, we ask you the opposite, Virgo. All right, why you have that 7 of Pentacles here? 8 of Pentacles, sorry. You're bored as F. Yeah, you're totally bored. You're like in a routine and you're just like, okay, yeah, I guess that's my destiny. So I'm just going to do this. And then, you know, oh boy. No bueno, potato. All right, let me clarify that. 8 of Pentacles. Alors, oh yeah. Yeah. You're too much on the past list. What happened to you? What people didn't tell you? What people didn't do to you? What people get. So you're totally playing victim. And then at the same time, you're controlling like, exactly what I was telling you earlier. That's why you have that string card with the lion and everything. I mean, I'm so not surprised. There's so much control. And at the same time, you're bored with what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. And so you're taking your time and you're just like, okay, well, what's next now? And etc., you know. So it's like a big fog. And the outcome is really, here this reading is telling you in June to do the Hermit, which is your card, Virgo. And to not hesitate, to go camping somewhere by yourself, to go visit a friend by yourself, you know. And even if you're in a relationship and married for years, it's like, no, I need a break from you, dude. I need some space. And it's not from you, of course, because it's not very nice to say that. But, you know, I just need some space. Space is healthy. And it's exactly, people have limited belief with that, but it's also a certain type of generation. When you get married at 20, you have a kid at 25, you buy a house at 28. I mean, it's just like all that little thing, right? And at the same time, instead, it's like, no, babe, it's so healthy to go do your thing. I do my thing. You know what I mean? Super duper important. All right, first, second, and third decan. Here we go. And if you're on a cusp, you have more chances. All right, first decan. Strength again. Yep. So first decan, it's interesting because you are in this vibe of what I explained, because that's your vibe in June, that push and pull, that, you know. And at the same time, I have the feeling first decan that you kind of like doing it on purpose, because you also know that you have a good star up there. And someone is protecting you, or whatever, a higher power energy is protecting you. Or if you practice, if you're super duper religious or whatever, and you're practicing every day, you're like, well, I don't care because, you know, Jesus is protecting me. That type of vibe, okay? All right. So just be careful, because don't be arrogant, first of all, Virgo. And, because nothing is permanent in life and everything is possible. Negative to amazing. Second decan. Ooh, anger issues. Okay. So there's two scenarios here. Well, it's not even two scenarios. It's like you have to handle this passage of anger from time to time. But in June, I have the feeling that it's sort of like, it's already here. So you got to use this energy of anger to do something else very productive. A lot of artists, when they don't feel good, what do? They write, they sing, they write a song, they do a bunch of stuff. They create a choreography, they create, because they know that if they stay and simmer in anger, it's not going to be bueno. All right. So you got to stop that in June and be productive with this extra energy, Virgo. All right, third decan. So third decan is, I think you lost a little bit of trust in others. So it means that you don't trust yourself. Otherwise, it would be just fine. And at the same time, third decan, I think you might go back to some sort of spiritual practice, or at least connect with a higher power energies or people that passed on, and etc. That subject. But I have this vibe also, and possibly it's going to help you to regain trust within yourself. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do the love. If you're single and happy, Virgo. Here we go. Alors, if you're single and happy, you're staying loyal to yourself, you're staying loyal to single and happy, and you recognize now red flag, toxicity, gaga, and you're just like, okay, I'm doing my thing, I'm having fun, I'm not hurting anyone, it's very clear to me. And at the same time, you're just like, connecting with your friends, and you're connecting with your tribe. The really cool tribe that is super cool and, amazing. There we go. All right. If you're looking for love, Virgo. If you're looking for love. Alors, if you're looking for love, you are having a dialogue, communication with somebody, and perhaps it's someone that, you kind of had a date with, and you're continuing on communicating, on dialoguing with this person. And at the same time, maybe possibly, and role can be reversed, you kind of like have hope with this relationship, with this connection, but at the same time, you sort of like, your gut feeling is telling you, watch out, because this person, she sort of like, she wants to call you every day and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, whoa, or see you every weekend or whatever, and you're just like, okay, but you're hoping. But don't get into a relationship to fix the person, because that's her job, to fix herself before she goes into any connection with you or relationship or whatever. Okay? So that's super duper important. All right, if you're in a relationship, Virgo. If you're in a relationship. if you are in a relationship. Whoa. Okay. So, it could be between you two. And I have the feeling that maybe, possibly, well, there's a misunderstanding. Okay. So it could be a misunderstanding because you guys are not, you're working sort of a lot. At distance and everything, and maybe you're calling one another, but there's a misunderstanding, so there's a possibility like that. Some couples are very busy and they're traveling for work, and they sort of like not all the time together for sure, professionally speaking. So there's that type of situation, and you are going to need to put a little water in your wine, cut the apple in two, etc., because someone is trying to be avoidant here. Or maybe, possibly, is doing some blackmail and be like, well, if you don't listen to me, or so you're like, whoa, hold on a minute here. So there's this situation within your relationship, within your marriage, or whatever. Now, the second situation is a third party, a third energy, and with the same deal. So you got to put in your world here and let me know in the comment. Okay. And you are going to unite yourself together to avoid that type of situation. Yep. Okay. All right, Dancing in the Dark Tarot. 3 cards and the back of the deck. Haha, Ace of Pentacle, Virgo, and 4 of Pentacle. All right. Before I turn the cards, and because you're already conditioned on this platform, Virgo, I'm going to ask you to like the video, to share, to leave a comment. And if you're listening or watching on your phone, in the comment section, you can do this with your finger. And maybe possibly they'll have a hype, a star that is yellow and fuchsia. I don't know if I have it because I have a small channel. But if it does, if you see that star hype, click. It adds points, and it's for the visibility of this channel. They are not going to ask you for any money or credit card. It's free. And thank you in advance, Virgo. All right, here we go. Oh my word, again. You have Leo again. The vibe of the strength. Yeah. There's a lot of control, Virgo. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, I do know what's going on, but it's all in your head. Oh, geez. It's all the Mercury. It's your planet. So, see, it's beautiful because, hold on, they're not naked. No, it's good. Look at that. It's amazing. It's so aligned with those cards of consciously, unconsciously, and the vibe of the month. The vibe of the month is right here. You still have it. And then you have to try to do this equilibrium. And it's possible that it's during a new moon, okay? But at least because you might do the 5 of Pentacles. And you might be absolutely radical with the decision making, with your communication. So really, Virgo, try to act verbally with goodwill. Don't be harsh with your words. Don't be radical. This is going to be your job in June. And energies are fluid, so it could also go until mid-July. Virgo, thank you so much, always and forever, for your support. And I wish you the very best always. And I see you on my channel because I am not gone. Au contraire, I post on the regular. I see you there.